Hello. Have you ever wondered what's the difference between a nightmare and night terrors? A nightmare is a dream that produces a negative emotional response such as fear or horror. A night terror is when you're woken out of a deep sleep and you may be screaming, you may be sweating, your heart may be pounding. Let me explain the difference. You see, when we sleep, we go through a normal sleep cycle. The first 2 or 3 hours, we more often get deeper sleep, where there aren't many dreams. But during the later part of sleep, known as REM sleep, it's a lighter sleep, and that's when we dream. That's when you have nightmares. When you have a bad dream, you may wake up from it and you may not. But during the earlier part of sleep, the first 2 or 3 hours, we're in a deep sleep. So a night terror is when you're awoken from that deep sleep, and now you're frazzled, you're disoriented, and you don't know what's going on, and therefore you have an involuntary nervous system response to being awoken out of that deep sleep. It's not necessarily that you're awoken from a bad dream. So some people that commonly have night terrors include children, people with mental disorders, people who've been through traumatic experiences, people with PTSD, maybe people with anxiety, depression, or stress, or people on certain medication or taking alcohol, or people with sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, because it's a response generally to being awoken out of sleep. It's not a response to the dream. So in a nightmare, the dream woke you up. In a night terror, you are awoken and you're responding in fear to being awoken, not from a dream. So if you're having night terrors, here are some things that you might want to try. Number one, you could try setting a regular sleep schedule and sleeping and waking at the same time every night. Number two, you can limit what you eat and drink before going to bed. And number three, if you're having the night terrors at the same time every night, you can set an alarm or have someone wake you up right before it happens, and therefore you'll break the cycle of the night terror.